Across the world, dozens were falling ill with a mysterious virus that would ultimately change life as we know it.
Chinese health authorities are still working to identify the virus behind a pneumonia outbreak in the central city of Wuhan.
At least 59 people are believed to have been sickened by the new virus.
Tonight, U.S. airports on high alert, screening passengers for symptoms of a deadly new virus.
I have today declared that the coronavirus presents a public health emergency in the United States.
The White House Coronavirus Task Force tells people to avoid bars, restaurants, and groups of more than 10 people. They call it, quote, 15 days to slow the spread.
With several weeks of focused action, we can turn the corner and turn it quickly.
States soon start closing schools and announcing stay-at-home orders.
Stay at home.
Stay home, stay safe.
Quite simply, stay at home.
And throughout the month, unemployment skyrockets to 14.7%, a level not seen since the Great Depression. The CDC also starts recommending face masks to prevent more infections. Meanwhile, the government's small business loan program runs out of money, further straining the nation's economy. And over the next few weeks, thousands take to the streets to protest lockdown measures.
We watched, we listened, and we learned. After spending almost 20 years dedicating our lives and career to the medical field, after 2 years of moving lines, changing rules, manipulation, lies, corruption, suffering, and death, it all made us rethink our entire career. The lack of concern for human well-being and the prioritizing of money over care ruined the love we had for our career. We watched people suffer in the name of science, being told that this was their best option. We then were told that this was our only option to continue keeping our jobs as nurses. We had to choose. We could keep our job, or we could sacrifice our health. For many, they don't see it this way. But as two emergency medicine nurses, we watched what the miracle fix did to people. We watched them lie about it, presenting it as something it most definitely wasn't. It made us open our eyes to the reality that this wasn't the first time they had done this. That through lies, manipulation, and corruption, they were slowly but surely taking away our lives. However, the lives we once loved and enjoyed no longer existed. Travel was difficult, new experiences were stressful, going places no longer brought excitement but dread. People were paranoid and distant. Unreasonable rules and requirements were ushered in, making it impossible to freely enjoy anything anymore. We realized we needed something different, something sustainable, something that brought hope. The scariest thing about the last couple years was how quickly they were able to take our foundation and shake it and break it down. We realized that the life that we needed to be focusing on was a life that was not so easily taken from us, that wasn't dependent on other people or other things to survive. Our last few travels were highly focused on nature and enjoying the beautiful world around us. Although our hearts always were pulled towards travel and adventure, we realized there was a bigger pull towards a life that no longer required us to be tied down to a full-time job, to the standards of the world, to live in a city, and to dependency on modern conveniences. A vision of being on land and starting a life from seed had been placed on my heart a few years prior. We now both had this desire, thus it was time to get the piece of land that we could fully live out this vision on. We will always be super grateful for the opportunity we had to travel for so many years. We loved every trip, each new place we experienced, the food, the sights, the friends. There will always be a sadness about the circumstances, however, that forced us to choose this new life.